पार्टिसिपेंट्स का नंबर हमको बताते रहिएगा। Namaste and very good morning. I think I am audible. Now this is being the third and the final meeting with the observers related to that of the examination to be scheduled on 4th December. All of you must be aware of this particular examination. And all the materials are being already dropped in the group which is being formed by the D.L.C. and IAC happens to be the D.L.C. of this particular examination, that's being the district level coordinator. And there are being almost 135 observers are in this particular group. Already the message was being dropped that today by 10:30 a meeting will be started. That too on the YouTube link, because all of you must be aware that even on the Google or whatever that of the Cisco WebEx, the maximum strength that they can take is being the 100. But to my dismay, what I am seeing right now it's being only 37 or 38. So the number is being very less. Let me wait for another few minutes, and after that I will start. And personally, the call will go to each and every of the observer, and if they fail to turn out on or that respond before that of the 30th November, their name will be somewhat replaced. And not only that, even it may be somewhat possible that once they have given the consent letter, the disciplinary action can be initiated from the department in whichever organization they are working. Either disciplinary action will be initiated by the ROCBSE or maybe from that of the district education officer. So that is being the information which we got just whenever our meeting with the RO was there on the 22nd. So this is regarding some the information how important this examination is, and it's being almost mandatory. I have written it. This is being the third and the final. Otherwise, seeing the strength, I am only taking this on the YouTube. Otherwise, I could have taken it easily on that of the Google or Cisco WebEx or the Zoom. Now coming to the same point, this is being somewhat taken in the three stages. That's being the foundational, preparatory, and the middle. As far as the foundational stage is concerned, up to class 2 is being considered as to be the foundational stage. For this reason, in class 3, the students will be tested on the language, maths, and the things around us. That means the GK. There will be 45 questions, and that question will be somewhat of the 90 marks. It will be somewhat of the duration will be of 90 minutes. Similarly, the preparatory stage from 3 to 5, and their examination that will be conducted by the students who are being in the class 6. Again, they are having the same sort of the pattern. That's being the language, maths, and the GK or the things around us. And there will be altogether 51 questions. And again, the duration will be of the 90 minutes. In the middle section, there are being somewhat that is to be considered from the 6, 7, and 8. And for this reason, the students of 9th are taking the examination. And here is being the language, math, social science, and the science. And that's being altogether 60 questions will be there, and 120 minutes will be there. But mind it, out of language, math, social science, and the science, the students will be attempting any 3 of the subjects. Note it, only 3 of the subjects. They can leave any one of the subject. And as far as the time is considered, you can be all the observers and the field investigators, they can be somewhat a little bit flexible. They can give some extra time, 10 minutes or 15 minutes, because mind it, this is not a competitive examination, this is a survey examination. Survey sort of this, I meant to say survey sort of the test that is to be conducted. So 10 to 15 minutes or 15 to 20 minutes of extra time, if the observer thinks, and with the consent of that of the field investigator, only then that can be somewhat given. Mind it, for the OMR class 6 and 9, they will be just filling it themselves. But as the students of this, the class 3 are being a very little one, so definitely the field investigator will help them in filling the booklet or whatever the OMR which is being given to them. So firstly in the booklet they will be taking the correct answer, and that is to be transformed into the OMR by the field investigator, and that too only in the presence of this the observer. This is to be done. Now there are being some sort of the questionnaires. The questionnaire which is being for this, the students are being known as to be this the achievement test, AT, that is being in short written as to be the AT. Whereas there will be the different sort of the questionnaire, one will be the pupil questionnaire, teacher questionnaire and school questionnaire, which are being marked as the PQ, TQ and SQ. So they are being somewhat taken by, say, the pupil questionnaire, that is to be taken by mostly the students. Teacher questionnaire, that is to be taken by the subject teacher. Say if a teacher is being taking two subjects, math and the science, then the same teacher will be filling it. And the school questionnaire, that is to be answered by the principal only. So this is regarding how this the examination patterns and what is to be filled up. And already orientation presentation of the observer CBSE is being already given, and that is being dropped. Each and everything is being cleared there only, and not only that, even the YouTube day before yesterday, that is being also dropped in this the group. So you please go through it, and if you are finding any sort of the difficulties, please raise your hand and I am here to answer your queries if you are having any sort of the queries. For class 3 and 6 there will be the 6th set of the questions. For class 3 it will be starting from the 31 and ending up to that of the 36, 6 set. For class 6 ending from starting from the 61 and ending up to the 66, whereas for the class 9 there will be 8 sets starting from 91 to 98. The important thing is being that for class 3 it is being the word 3, 1, 31. I mean to say for 3, 31, the very first this the numerals, that is being somewhat is the 3. Similarly for the class 6, the first number is being the 6, and for the class 9, the very first number is being the 9. So please don't get confused. 31 to 36 for this the 3, for 61 to 66 for class 6, and 91 to 98 for that of this the class 9. Now there are being somewhat the method how to choose a particular that is being somewhat is the random survey. Say for example, which example I used to give, your pin code number is being 11000 and 2, and if you are going to add it, the sum is being somewhat 1 plus 1 plus 2, the sum is being somewhat the 4. And say if you are having only one section, there is being no problem, that section is to be surveyed. But say if there are being more than one section, then the total number is being, say for you if you are having 3 sections, so and the total number here I have counted is being the 4. So I will be just writing A, B, C, D. So A is being considered as to be the first, B is being the second, C is being the third, and D is being somewhat is the fourth. So naturally the fourth is being somewhat is the D. So that section is to be surveyed. More than that, if it is being the 7, again go in the similar fashion. A, B, C, naturally. So whatever they are, the last one, that is to be somewhat surveyed. So this is being somewhat the method. And as far as the particularly say in a section, there are being 45 students. That is being one example is being given through the interval that's being known as to be the sample interval. So if the sample interval is being somewhat less than 1.44, say if it is being the 44 student, then the sample interval is becoming somewhat 1.49. But say if it is being somewhat more than that of the 45, the sample interval is 1.4, and the nearest integer, that is being somewhat the 2, is to be taken as being this the whole number for the 1.5. But whenever it is being less than 1.49, the nearest integral that will be taken as to be this the 1. Now say I am setting you one example. Say if there are being the 40 students in a section, usually that is being the 40 or 45 students are being the in a section. So if you have total, the total number has to be this the 4. So the fourth, whatever the class fourth roll number will be the first roll number for this particular examination. Say if the class for roll number is being 1, 2, 3, 4, so that is to be marked as to be this the first one roll number. Again the 8 will be considered as to be the 2, and in likewise it will be somewhat this the 40 and 45, and again we will be repeating it. Say if you have taken this the 4, so again we will be starting from this the numerals 1, then 1, 5, 9, 13. So this will be somewhat the method. And while going through this particular method, say whenever the 4 that is being taken as to be the very first roll number and 8 is being absent, then we will taking the 9. The next number in the absence of that of the 8, we will taking this the 9 as being this the next number. So this is how within a section, by this is being somewhat known as to be this the random survey, and whatever the interval, if the student's number is being more than 45, the sample interval will be somewhat 2. Whenever it is being less than 45, I mean to say even it is being 44, the sample interval will be somewhat is the 1. And say if it is being more than 70 or 75, then the sample interval is being somewhat this the 3. And I'm sure in none of the school we will find this the 70 or 75 students in a section. So the relevant point is being whether it will be limited only to that of this the 44 or that of this the above 45. So the sample interval that you have to take in choosing the roll number of the class will be hovering in and around that of this the 1 and 2. And in this way you will have to just pick up the 30 students in a class. Sometimes the questions were being asked, you say if in a section there are being only the by random survey if we are going, and ultimately the end section is being this the in the D section there are being only 20 students, then again we will move to the very next, that is being somewhat is the A section, and there we will be picking the rest of the students. So this will be somewhat is the method of picking that of and definitely the field investigators who are being appointed by this the SCERT, who are usually the students from this the diet or that of who are doing this the B.Ed or the M.Ed, they are being mainly the field investigators. So they will be helping you. Your main job is being that while coming, there will be an offline meeting on 3rd of December at 10 a.m. sharp. At 10 a.m. sharp in the DAV BSCB. This is in the Punaichak, that is being the Rajbansi Nagar Hanuman Mandir, that is being the entry point from where you can enter, and there it is being situated. While coming, you will have to bring this the 2 passport size photograph, and not only that, even with you please bring 1 Aadhaar card, and that Aadhaar card should be self attested by you so that it can be kept as being a record. And those who are not in a position to come, again I like to say that a disciplinary action will be initiated by the SCERT or maybe by that of the CBSE according to the teacher who are working in this particular organizations. So be particular by 10 a.m. I am sure all of you will be here, and in the meantime if you are having any questions you can ask. At the same time I would like to say how to get the materials packed. And even your school I-card also, from whichever the school you are, you please bring with you the I-card also. And besides this Aadhaar card, this the passport size photograph, and that of this the I-card. Now this regarding this the packing material, whatever the used materials are, say the achievement test, pupil questionnaire, teacher questionnaire, school questionnaire, that are to be packed in a particular bag which is being somewhat there known as to be the OMR return bag. This OMR return bag you will get in the school questionnaire booklet bag. There that you have to take it out, and once you will be using just putting all the sort of things, naturally you will have to remove one particular sellotape out of it, and once you are going to paste it, naturally you cannot open it. So before putting all the materials of the used, please be careful. Similarly, whatever the unused materials that are to be kept in this the another sort of this the pack, and both these packs are being again put in the same sort of this the packets in which the observer or the field investigator have taken the questionnaire into that of the respective centers. As far as the respective centers are being concerned, naturally you will be informed on that particular day. So come with almost whenever the meeting will be started by 10, already the things will be known to you, but it will take almost 2 to 3 hours. So please, so that will be somewhat 10 to 1, just keep it in mind. By that particular time you will have to be here On the same date, you will be taking whatever is your letter of appointment. Not only that, you will be told ki if the distance is being say more than 30 kilometer, then we will be segregating out such sort of the booklets, so that by a particular morning, the morning where you have to go there, before assembly, you should be at least there. Rather, we will be here by 5:15 to 5:30 on the 4th of December, because this is being the center from where you have to take out your questionnaire materials and whatever the materials related to it. And not only that, once after the examinations are being finished and your all paperwork are being done, you please bring it back again to that of the DAV BSCB, which is being the collection center also. So these are being somewhat is the important point of the observer. As the name observer suggests, you have to observe the things properly and minutely, whether everything is going nicely or not. And if you find any sort of the difficulties, you are free to call to me, and whatever the suggestions which are being given from my side, and if I would not find a suggestion, I will ask my hierarchy high up levels officials, so that you can be guided properly. But mind it, please give some extra time to the students whenever they demands. Do your paperwork properly, and once you have done it, come back immediately. I think as far as the total time is being concerned, there are the 2 hours of the examination, and 1 hour is being sufficient for packing the things, and after that you can come back. And one important, again, most important thing, OMR is not to be folded at any cost. OMR sheet is not to be folded at any cost. So, and the blue or black ballpoint pen, that is to be used. That is to be used. And there will be one packet confusion is somewhat arises. So whether to be kept in one, or as per this the video, in video there's being the packet 1 and the packet 2. You please make the separate packet. Packet 1 and this is the packet 2. Packet 1 for the used one, already I have spoken to you. It should be somewhat this the PQ, SQ, TQ as this the AT, that's being the achievement test. That is to be kept in one packet, and whatever the unused, that is to be kept in this the separate packet. So this is all from my side. If you have to ask any question, you please write it so that I can see it. And as far as the views are being concerned, it is being somewhat 96. At the same time, once you are coming on that particular day, a letter is being given to all that. You will be coming from the particularly as far as to attend the meeting. The question arises how we can leave the school whenever we are having the duties even in the school. So it is being already communicated to each and every of the head of the school that they have to relieve their teachers. So you will be getting the relieving also. So please don't worry, you please ask for the relieving, and once you are coming with the relieving only your whatever the observer's duty, that will be entertained. So you please come with the relieving. Right now we are having enough time in our hand. So note it down. You have to come with this the relieving letter from the organization where you are working. The second thing is being the Aadhaar card. The third thing is being your school I card, and fourth thing is being your passport size photograph. That you have to do. So any confusion right now? What I am saying that is being the view is being 99. I am giving you one contact number. Is my examination in charge, and one is being looking after my administration. So just I will be giving it in the group. I will be giving it in the group. This is being somewhat is the contact number. There you can contact. One is Mr. Naveen Kumar and other is Mr. Mithilesh Singh. You can contact them whenever you are being needed. And one more, Madhulika Jha. They are being somewhat this the in charges here.
Pen provided by D.L.C or student in their own.
Yeah.
Is pen provided by D.L.C or student?
No, the pen won't be provided. The pen that will have to be taken by the student and the invigilator themselves. Just make it clear. As a second line of defense, because we have received only this the particularly whatever the boxes now. So inside the boxes, whatever it is, that is to be opened only in the presence of the SCRT officials and the CBSE officials. So simply, even we are not aware, and rather they are being not clear. For this particular reason, you please, all the students, where you are going to observe, you will communicate one day before that the students will be bringing with them this the blue or black ballpoint pen. That is. Meeting timing is being 10 a.m. Repeatedly the same questions are being somewhat asked. So I think everything is over. Any more questions? Examination timing, that all depends on the school wherever you are going. Say from the very first period, just after the assembly, you can start it. The examination timing. My number is being already shared in the group. For the class 3, if they have joined late, already I have said that 45 questions will be there, 90 minutes of timing. For class 6, it is being somewhat 51 questions, 90 minutes of timing. For class 9, the total question will be somewhat 60 and the duration will be of 2 hours, 120 minutes. Any more? No mail will be given to that of the school regarding that of the meeting. Already those who are here, they are being somewhat conveyed. For this reason, already we have been told by the CBS officer to form the WhatsApp group.
Last week we also used training.
Yes, even the class 3 will also use pen in the OMR sheet. That is to be filled mostly by that of the field investigator. The field investigator will help in filling, or maybe they can somewhat sit over there and fill whatever the total number is. Being the 30, it will not take that much of time. And the total item is being somewhat 45. And maybe more than one field investigator or the can be somewhat appointed.
When we come to the name and phone number of filled in.
Still we are not aware of that of this, the name of the field investigator. We have not yet received the question asked from the Pradeep Bharati. And naturally, once we will come to know, you will be also knowing it. Whatever comes to my knowledge, that is being already dropped in this the WhatsApp group. Sanjay Sinha, couldn't you provide sort of handout of the center?
Handout at the center.
Handout of the center. Could you provide a sort of handout of the? No, that cannot be somewhat provided. Because the thing is being that for the center, that is to be somewhat not to be disclosed at this particular time. Maybe that can be somewhat disclosed after 2 or 3 days, but not now. Sanjay Rao, without a mail, will the school issue the living letter? Because once you have given your consent, naturally you have given your consent by asking your heads only then you have given your consent, and that consent form is with us. I don't think there is any more question that is to be taken, and moreover this is being on YouTube. Those who have joined late, they can somewhat see it. And again what I am seeing, the final view is being 102. Tomorrow just I will be calling the entire observers and those who are getting absent in the regularly in this particular sort of the meeting for the last 3 meeting. They will have to explain why they were being absent. Previously it was being the ready-made answer in their pockets. Naturally this is being somewhat the school time, by 2:30 we cannot join, but today is being the Sunday, and still the view that I can see within 15 minutes it rose down up from that of this the 77 to 102. I mean to say if 25 have attended quite late. Asutosh Kumar, how our principal know about meeting? You must, that I said na, कि once you have given your consent, you must have asked your principal, and this is already from the particularly the center. This is being somewhat the examination which is being taken by the Ministry of HRD, and they have issued letter to almost all the principal that they will be relieving the person who are on the duty for this particular examination. And this the CBSE are having almost the mail of each and every of the observers. Okay, so I think we should conclude. Thanks to all the 106 views. Again, the 4 they have joined very late once the meeting are being over. But the thing is being that as this is being on this, the meeting is being on YouTube, you can go through it. And not only that, the most important thing is being that in the group, whatever the videos, whatever the materials related to the Parak Rashtriya Sarvekshan 2024 orientation presentation for the observers in that of the video form as well as in that of this the printed mode is being already dropped. What you have to do is simply go through it properly before coming to that of this the offline meeting, and maybe if it is being needed, I can take another sort of the meeting. Jeva, sir, we have to bring 2 photos, school ID and Aadhaar. Yes, you have to. Jeva Sahab. Okay, so you have to bring 2 passport size photograph, school ID and that of this Aadhaar. So this is all from my side. I am not finding any more questions. So thanks to all for attending the meeting, and hopefully we can successfully conduct this particular examination only with your help, and all of you are being the learned colleagues and you can do it, I am sure. So please do and come on 3rd December at 10 a.m. in the DAV BSCB for an offline meeting.